Hello everyone, Gamers in here, and welcome back to another episode of Connell Ship Build. I really don't know what episode this is, it doesn't matter. Some alarming stuff happened in this episode that I found a way around it. So yeah, we will get to those later, but first I want to say thanks everyone for checking out my mods that I released on Steam Workshop. If you didn't know already, I released 2 mods, Mod Pack and BFG 10,000 from Doom Eternal. And a massive thank to these 2 people for supporting me on Patreon. It means a lot to me. Thank you guys. And oh, one more thing. I'm currently working on a new mod pack. It's gonna be a weapon mod pack that will rely on weapon core. And here's a quick sneak peek of one of the turrets that I'm currently working on. Now, let's get to the build. But first, let's have a quick rundown of the ship, then we'll get to building. Starting with the hangar, which contains multiple landing pads and smaller hangars. Then our first residential area, which is like a capsule hotel style building. Market and entertainment area. Then we got our second tier residential area, which isn't finished yet. Crew quarter, next to it we got a cryo module and a med bay for the crew. The massive refinery. Backup generator and the main drive core. Reactor control room. Okay, let's get to building. First, I decided to work on the walkways. This way I can come up with an overall layout for the city. Starting with the main city hall, or main like hub, which will contain all the necessary like offices and like important places. It will also be a way to access the high tier and like the top of the ship residential areas. I meant to say the residential areas that are on top of the ship, which will contain their own like market and like restaurants and entertainment areas and their own walkway to the garden that's gonna be right in front of the ship. I don't think there's much to talk about and explain here. It's just a bunch of rooms for rich people. That's all. And I was just working on these and I really don't have anything to talk about. So enjoy the rest of the video, and if there's something to talk about, I'll jump in. Enjoy. Alright, so the room that I'm currently placing the windows on, this will be our entertainment area and a place for the rich people to just relax and stretch their legs. Right below that is gonna be our restaurant, and as I mentioned in the last video, I have to buy the DLCs to complete and to perfect somewhat the interior. So the interior decoration will be for later episodes. And as I've mentioned in pretty much every episode, glass everywhere. Okay, so while I was working on the main city hall entrance, again, glass and the ribcage style design is dominant on the ship. Anyway, while I was working on the entrance, I've decided to have the main cryo module for the city right in front of the city hall. I think it makes sense actually, and cryo module itself is gonna contain different things. One of them is gonna be the medical room, and one of the things that I had in my mind while I decided to start working on it was to overbuild the cryo module itself so it can stand getting hit by like asteroid. I want people in it to, well, survive. I actually wanted to make the whole thing detachable, but that doesn't make sense. Like, detached to where? To rest of the city? Yeah, that doesn't make sense, so discard that idea. Let's continue. But wait, this is where Space Engineer is starting to misbehave. I actually had no idea the game had block limits. I've been playing this game for 5 years. I think I had no idea this kind of limit existed. So yeah, I ran into some serious physics problem. I couldn't place blocks. My character would clip through blocks. So yeah, it was bad until I've decided to do something. Alright, it's getting bad and it's only gonna get worse from here. So I remembered something in earlier episode while I was working on the ship. I've had this idea of detachable nacelles. So I went and checked the nacelles and well, guess what? Nacelles are attached to the main body of the ship with merge blocks. There were a few pieces that needed to be cut, and that's not really a big deal. I wanted to redesign the interior of the nacelles anyway, so that really doesn't matter. So let's begin the process of removing the nacelles. well, it worked beautifully. Now I can actually continue working on the ship, and once the interior is finished, finger crossed I'm not gonna run into any more problem with the physics itself, I can reattach the nacelles. And again, finger crossed, this is the second finger cross, that after attaching the nacelles again to the main body, nothing explodes. Finger crossed. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Sorry if there wasn't really much to say and there wasn't a lot of progress, even though it doesn't look like a lot of progress. It was actually a lot of progress. It's just the interior. There's not much to show other than just building it and showcasing it at the end of the episode. That's pretty much all I can do. So sorry about that. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider leaving a like, and if you didn't, leave a dislike. And if you're new, please consider subscribing, and if you like my work and want to support it, consider dropping a few bucks on my Patreon. It means a lot to me. And check out my mods. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next episode. Take care, fly safe, respect the physics. Goodbye.